All right, so we're diving into lead generation for 2024, and everyone wants to know the strategies that'll really make a difference.
Yeah, it seems like every year there's a new trend or a new tool.
Right, but we've been looking at three sources that all have some seriously good advice, and a lot of it is stuff you can start using today.
Like real practical stuff, not just, theory.
Exactly, and they cover everything from optimizing your LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, which everyone always says is so important.
It is to using AI in ways you might not have even considered.
It's pretty amazing what you can do with AI now, even just like basic stuff.
Yeah, one of the sources had this tip about using Google Maps for lead generation.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, especially for local businesses.
Right. Basically, you just search for businesses in your industry and location.
And then you go to their websites, find their contact info.
But here's the thing that makes it work.
Yeah.
You write down a genuine compliment about their business or website.
Ah, so it's not just like a generic cold email.
Exactly. It shows
Yeah.
you actually took the time to look at what they do.
And people can always tell when you're just sending out like a mass email.
Yeah, it's about building relationships, not just blasting out messages, hoping someone will bite.
That's so key.
And then another source talked about this really clever way to combine Google search with ChatGPT to find leads.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. That was pretty cool.
So you search for Instagram profiles in your target industry and location that include email addresses,
And you copy that data, feed it to ChatGPT with a specific prompt.
which we'll include in the show notes.
Of course. And then ChatGPT organizes all of it into a nice, neat CSV file for you.
It's like magic.
It kind of is, right? Like, who would have thought you could do that?
Not me. But speaking of things that feel like magic, let's talk about LinkedIn.
Ah, yes. The holy grail of B2B leads.
At least that's what one of the experts called it.
And I have to agree, but the key is using it strategically.
Not just randomly sending out connection requests.
Right. You have to have a plan.
So what are some of those strategies that really work?
Well, first and foremost, optimize your profile. It's your digital storefront. It's the first impression you make on potential clients.
So it's like your website, but even more concise.
Exactly. And focused on attracting the right people.
So what do we need to do to optimize it?
Well, you need to highlight your value proposition right up front.
So who you help and what results you can deliver.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to show off client results with some visuals.
And make sure your About section speaks directly to your ideal client.
Like you're talking right to them.
So it's not just a resume, it's a carefully crafted pitch.
A story that's designed to resonate with the right people.
Now, one thing I was really happy to hear is that you don't need 1 million followers to be a thought leader.
Oh, absolutely. You can build influence with a smaller but engaged following.
Which is good because getting to 1 million followers seems impossible.
It can be a lot of work and it's not always necessary.
So what's the alternative?
Focus on creating high-quality content that provides real value to your target audience.
So think guides, cheat sheets, even short videos.
Yeah, things that give them actionable insights.
It's about establishing yourself as the go-to resource in your industry.
And showing that you really understand their needs and can offer solutions that make a difference.
Now, one of the sources recommends a tool called post strips.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one for creating what they call filler posts.
Filler posts, what are those?
They're the posts that keep your audience engaged between your bigger pieces of content.
Ah, so it's about maintaining that consistency.
Exactly. You don't want to go silent for weeks and then suddenly reappear.
Right, you need to stay top of mind.
And Post Strips makes it easy to create those filler posts so you don't have to spend hours on every single update.
Makes sense, so you can focus on those big, high-impact pieces.
Exactly. But while organic reach is important, don't underestimate the power of automation.
Like for outreach and stuff.
Yeah, tools like Snovio can automate things like sending connection requests and follow-ups.
That saves a lot of time.
A ton of time and energy, but we have to be careful not to sound robotic.
Right, personalization is still key.
Absolutely no one wants to feel like they're just another name on a list.
So craft your messages with care. Make them relevant.
And don't be afraid to let your personality shine through.
So it's all about finding that balance between efficiency and authenticity.
Exactly. And while LinkedIn is powerful, don't limit yourself to just one platform.
Oh, right, good point.
Think about integrating email campaigns into your strategy.
You could use a platform like Snovio for that too, right?
Exactly. You can nurture leads through email and guide them through your sales funnel.
So LinkedIn is where the initial connection happens.
And then email is where you build deeper relationships and move them closer to a sale.
It's about using the right tool for the right job.
Exactly. And creating a system that works for you.
Now, one of the sources really dives into a specific tool for LinkedIn lead generation Sales Navigator.
Ah, yes, Sales Navigator. That's where the real magic happens.
It's like unlocking a secret level within LinkedIn.
It's packed with features that can help you zero in on those warm leads.
And one of the strategies they highlight is targeting job changers,
Which makes sense because people in new positions are often looking to make a splash.
and they might be more open to new solutions.
Exactly. Sales Navigator lets you identify decision makers who recently changed jobs or got promoted.
So you can tailor your outreach to address the specific challenges they're facing.
And position your solution as a key to their success.
It's all about timing and relevance.
Exactly. You want to show up at the right time with the right message.
So what other gems are hidden within Sales Navigator?
Well, growing companies always face new challenges.
Growing pains, right.
Exactly. And Sales Navigator lets you pinpoint those companies that are expanding, particularly in your target department.
Using the headcount growth filter.
Right. So you're not just reaching out randomly, you're identifying companies that are primed to need your services.
That's brilliant. Okay, what else?
Another savvy tactic is using the previous work history filter.
Who does that do?
It helps you identify prospects who worked at your existing customers' companies.
Oh, interesting.
So they're likely familiar with your product or service and might be open to hearing how it can benefit their current organization.
It's like a built-in referral system.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
leveraging those existing connections to open doors.
I like it. Are there any other Sales Navigator secrets you can let us in on?
Well, one of the experts highlighted a feature called the Connections of filter.
Connections up.
Yeah, it lets you discover ideal prospects who are connected to your CEO, industry influencers, or even your satisfied customers.
So you can leverage those relationships to build trust right from the start.
Exactly, but you have to be careful about using someone's name without their permission.
Oh, right. You always want to be respectful.
Always ask for permission before name dropping in your outreach.
Good point. So we've covered targeting job changers, pinpointing growing companies, using previous work history, and even tapping into warm referrals.
That's a lot of strategies.
Is there anything else we need to know about Sales Navigator before we move on?
Well, one expert emphasized that Sales Navigator is constantly evolving.
Oh, so they're always adding new features.
Exactly. So stay curious, explore the platform, and see what hidden treasures you can unearth.
It's like a treasure hunt for leads.
It kind of is, and the more you know about Sales Navigator, the more successful your hunt will be. And it's like having even more tools in your toolbox, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure. The more the merrier.
One expert talked about using content keywords and Boolean searches to find prospects on LinkedIn.
Okay, that sounds kind of technical.
It's actually not that bad, basically. You're just using specific keywords to narrow down your search.
So instead of just seeing everyone, you see people who are talking about things related to your business.
Exactly. It's like laser focus. You're targeting your efforts and maximizing your impact.
So like if I'm selling marketing software,
You might search for keywords like content marketing or lead generation or even specific tools that your competitors offer.
I see. And then you'd see posts from people who are already talking about those things.
Right, and then you can focus your outreach on the people who are actively engaging with those posts, liking, commenting, sharing.
They've already raised their hand in a way.
Exactly. They've shown interest in what you're talking about.
So it's all about connecting the dots. We're using content keywords and Sales Navigator
Yeah.
to find the people who are most likely to become our ideal clients.
Exactly. It's not just about luck, it's about strategy.
Now, earlier we talked about giveaways,
Oh, yeah, those are a great way to generate leads.
but one of the sources takes it a step further and shows how to use those giveaways to get even more leads through email outreach.
Okay, now we're talking. This is what I'm interested in.
Me too, so tell me all about it.
Well, first, you use a tool to scrape the names of everyone who commented on your LinkedIn giveaway post.
Scrape, like you're literally scraping them off the screen.
Well, not literally, but yeah, you're basically pulling their names into a spreadsheet.
And there are tools that can do that automatically.
Oh, yeah, tons of them. Then you import that spreadsheet into an email platform.
Okay, and then what?
You use data enrichment tools to gather more information about those leads.
So like their company name, website, job title.
All that good stuff. And some platforms even have AI features that can analyze a lead's website and company info.
To see if they're a good fit for your business.
Exactly. And if they are, the platform can automatically generate a hyper-personalized email
So it's like it's writing a custom email just for them.
based on all that data you've gathered.
That's amazing. So it mentions their company, their competitors, maybe even something specific they said in their comment.
It's all about making that personal connection.
And because they already engaged with your giveaway, they're much more likely to open that email.
Right, they're already warmed up to you.
This is blowing my mind.
It's pretty powerful stuff, and the right tools can make it super efficient.
But sounds like it could get complicated.
It can be a multi-step process, but it's worth it.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about how to use LinkedIn for lead generation, but what are some of the key takeaways?
One expert really emphasized that success on LinkedIn isn't about spamming people.
Oh yeah, I hate those spammy messages.
It's about building genuine connections, providing value, and positioning yourself as a trusted resource.
So it's not just about getting your message out there, it's about connecting with the right people in a meaningful way.
Exactly. And another expert talked about the importance of consistency.
Like showing up regularly.
Yes, LinkedIn is not a magic bullet. It's a long game. You have to nurture those relationships over time.
So it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. And the best strategies are the ones you can actually stick with.
So find what works for you, and don't be afraid to adjust as you go.
Right. Be adaptable, be curious, and most importantly, be yourself.
Because authenticity always shines through.
It really does. And don't forget to have fun along the way.
Oh yeah, that's important too.
Building relationships and watching your business grow can be incredibly rewarding.
Okay, so now that we've covered all those amazing strategies for using LinkedIn, let's dive into something a bit more specific.
Okay, what's that?
How to create a LinkedIn profile that actually converts visitors into leads.
Ah, yes, your profile is your first impression. You want to make sure it's a good one.
One of the experts called it a landing page for your business.
I like that analogy. It's about thinking of every element of your profile with your ideal client in mind.
What are they looking for? What problems are they trying to solve?
Exactly. And how can you clearly communicate the value you offer?
So it's not just listing your skills and experience.
It's about crafting a story that speaks to your target audience.
And that starts with your headline, right?
Absolutely. It should be clear, concise, attention-grabbing.
Like your elevator pitch.
Exactly, in just a few words.
Okay, got it. What else?
Your profile picture is super important too.
Oh yeah, it's the first visual impression you make.
Choose a professional photo that makes you look approachable and trustworthy.
So no selfies.
Probably not the best choice.
Okay, what about the About section? I always struggle with that.
The About section is your chance to tell your story.
And connect with your ideal client on a deeper level.
Exactly. Don't just list your accomplishments. Explain how your unique skills and experience can help solve your clients' problems.
It's about showing how you can make a real difference in their lives.
Or their businesses. And remember to use language that resonates with your audience.
Speak their language, address their pain points.
And don't forget to include a call to action.
Oh, right. What do you want people to do after reading your profile?
Connect with you. Visit your website. Schedule a call.
Make it easy for them to take the next step.
Exactly. You're guiding them through your profile towards a desired outcome.
Okay, it's all starting to come together now.
And here's a great tip. Use the featured section to showcase your best work.
Oh, like client testimonials, case studies, articles you've written.
Even videos that demonstrate your expertise.
So it's like adding a portfolio to your profile.
Exactly. It adds credibility and social proof.
Makes it easier for people to see what you can do.
And trust that you can deliver results.
So we're treating our profile like a landing page, crafting a compelling story, showcasing our value proposition, and including a clear call to action. Anything else?
Oh, definitely. One expert emphasized the importance of keeping your profile updated.
So don't just create it and forget about it.
Keep it fresh. Share your latest accomplishments, add new skills.
Make it a living document.
Exactly. And don't forget to engage with your network.
So comment on posts, share articles, participate in discussions.
Be a valuable member of the community.
And not just someone who's always promoting themselves.
Right. It's about building relationships.
All of this is great advice for anyone using LinkedIn.
But it's especially important for freelancers, entrepreneurs, small business owners.
Because they rely so much on networking and building relationships.
Their LinkedIn profile is often the first impression they make.
So it's crucial to make it count.
Absolutely. Okay, so now that we've covered how to optimize our profiles, let's talk about a specific strategy for generating leads through content.
I'm ready. What is it?
Giveaways?
Giveaways, like free stuff.
Well, yes, but it's not just about giving away anything. It has to be something valuable to your target audience.
Right, something that solves a problem or fulfills a need.
One expert recommended creating high-value content, like a guide, template, or framework that your audience would be willing to pay for.
But you're giving it away for free in exchange for engagement.
Exactly. It's like a taste of the value you provide.
It makes them want more.
You could offer a Google Ads strategy guide, a competitor analysis framework, a landing page optimization checklist.
The possibilities are endless.
Right. It all depends on your audience and what they need.
So how do you actually structure the giveaway on LinkedIn?
Keep it simple. Create a post that highlights what the giveaway is, what value it provides, and how to enter.
So like this post and leave a comment to enter.
Exactly, something easy that encourages engagement.
And then once someone enters, you can send them a direct message with the giveaway.
And follow up with them via email to nurture that relationship.
It's all about building that connection.
One expert shared an example of how they used a giveaway to generate over 846 comments on a single post.
Wow, that's a lot of engagement.
And they booked several sales calls from that engagement.
That's incredible. They mentioned something about using a tool to scrape the names of everyone who commented.
Oh, yeah. Some marketers use tools to automate the process of gathering information about their leads and personalize their outreach.
Okay, I'm all ears. Tell me more about this.
So you have a list of hundreds of people who commented on your post. You can use a tool to automatically pull their LinkedIn profile URLs. Then you feed those URLs into an email platform that enriches their data.
So you get their company name, job title, website, even their company's competitors.
Exactly. You're building a detailed profile for each lead.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
But what do you do with all that information?
This is where it gets really cool. Some email platforms use AI to analyze all that data and figure out if a lead is a good fit for your business.
So they're like automatically qualifying leads for you.
Exactly. If the lead matches your ideal client profile, the platform can write a super personalized email for them.
No way. So it's like a custom email, but it's automated.
Exactly. It might mention their company, their competitors, even reference their comment on your LinkedIn post.
Wow, so it's hyper-personalized, but also efficient.
Exactly. And since they already engaged with your giveaway, they're way more likely to open those emails.
Right, they already know you and like what you're doing.
It's a game changer for lead generation.
Okay, this is all amazing, but are there any downsides to using these strategies?
Well, one expert warned about relying too much on giveaways and automated outreach.
Because?
It can feel transactional and not genuine.
Yeah, right. We don't want to lose that human touch.
Exactly. LinkedIn is still about connecting with real people.
It's about building relationships, not just collecting leads.
And you always want to use these strategies ethically.
Right, don't be spammy or pushy.
Be respectful and focus on building trust.
Because real people are on the other side of those screens.
And another pitfall is getting too caught up in automation and forgetting about personal touches.
So even though automation can save us time,
We shouldn't be afraid to pick up the phone, send a personalized video message, or even meet for a virtual coffee.
sometimes you just need that human connection.
It's all about balance. Using technology to enhance our efforts but not replace the human element.
Makes sense.
Okay.
So to recap, what are some of the key takeaways from all this?
One expert really emphasized focusing on quality over quantity.
So not just blasting out messages to everyone.
Find your ideal client and tailor your message to them.
Be strategic and intentional.
And remember, LinkedIn is a marathon, not a sprint.
It takes time to build relationships and nurture those connections.
Consistency is key.
Show up regularly, provide value, and be patient.
And remember, lead generation is just the first step.
Oh, right. You have to nurture those leads and guide them towards a sale.
It's about converting leads into loyal customers.
And that's where having a solid sales process comes in.
Exactly. You need to understand your client's needs and have a system in place to help them succeed.
Wow. We covered a lot today, from optimizing profiles to Sales Navigator to giveaways.
It's been a deep dive for sure.
And I feel like I learned so much.
Me too. It's amazing how much you can do with LinkedIn when you know the right strategies.
So what's one final thought you'd leave our listeners with?
Don't be afraid to experiment. Find what works for you and your business.
Because there's no one-size-fits-all approach.
Be curious, be adaptable, and most importantly, be yourself.
I love that advice. Be yourself.
Authenticity always wins.
Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. It's been a pleasure.
The pleasure was all mine.
And to our listeners, we hope you found this valuable.
Go out there and make those leads rain.
Happy hunting.